have to also, our very good friend, would you believe it? Mark, turn it up. The Baker Street song. This song is called Baker Street Blues. There's a man who spends every day on Baker Street chuffing on the saxophone. Right? Turns out he actually lives in Castlegar and he has to go home tonight. So before we have intermission, let's take a moment and let's have one time. Put your hands together for the man. I'm going to steal your joke. The only constant is change. Put your hands together for Murray.
Thank you so much. It is a great pleasure to be here. I have to confess to you all right now that I lost my comedy virginity here about 4 months ago. It was the first time I ever came up and did stand-up comedy, and I was like so nervous, and I was like, now this is my 5th time. I don't know how I've gotten any better, but let's just put it this way. I'm a musician trying to be a comedian, and musicians think in a different way than comedians, but I'm going to think musically. So as you notice, I handed out these very important acronyms, but what I need your help with, because I'm going to get right down to the joke. You got to get down to the nitty-gritty here, because I've always get into my flow state after 5 minutes, and I'm only supposed to do 5 minutes. So let's get down to that, the point of why I'm here, okay? So I need some help out there. So anybody that's got a good kind of vocal thing, let's just say this all together. Y-P-I-Y-B-F-O-B-C. 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 Keep it going. Just a little bit late. I don't know if I'll have any luck tonight, but I'm gonna try, cause that's what I'm about. Y-P-I-Y-B-F-O-B-C. Y-P-I-Y-B-F-O-B-C. Well, I forgot the money. I said, hey honey, can you pay for the cab? I don't know if it may lie. It's springtime out there, and I wanna be with you, but I don't got no money, and I know that's not so true. Y-P-I-Y-B-F-O-B-C. Y-P-I-Y-B-F-O-B-C. Well, it turned out to be that I was on the best birth control that is out there on the rest. It's been there since the beginning of time. I say, this is the recipe, let's go again. Let's well, if I was the last man on the earth, I don't know if I'd have any chance to give some birth, cause this recipe keeps getting in my way. I'm on it right now, and that's all I can say. Your personality is your best birth control or birth control. Personality is your best birth. Your personality is your best form of birth control. Your personality is your best form of birth control. Personality is your best birth form of birth control. I can't even say it. Well, thank you so much for your crowd participation. I like I say, I always think of comedy in a musical way. So, you know, I've been playing music for a very long time, and I've always wanted to try comedy, try something different, be out of my comfort zone, you know. But I'm not getting any younger. I have a true confession to make here right now, okay? I turned 63 recently. You know, I was playing on the streets there, actually, it was really cool. Playing on the streets there, and I was playing. When I get older, hands full of gray, many years from now, will you still need me? Will you still feel me when I'm 64? And so I'm 63, and this old dude walks by me and says, I remember that song 20 years ago. And I said, well, that means you're 84. And I said, wow, you know, I guess everybody is getting older, you know, whether we want to or not. And I just actually spoiled my next joke. Okay, I'm at a jam session. We had a hot jam going on. Everybody's there at the jam, you know, we're having a great time. And everybody's rocking, and this old saxophone player comes up, and at the break time, we're all hanging out, smoking a joint, having a beer, you know, we're all talking together, and this guy comes up and says, sorry guys, I haven't been able to make it to the jam forever. I've been having a sore leg and a rotten tooth and a bit of, you know, brain damage, and then one of the guys in the band says, well, you must be suffering from OLD. OLD? What's that? OLD, you haven't heard of that? Everybody's getting it. Nobody gets away from OLD. There's no cure for it. OLD, oh yeah, and there's even a more advanced stage of OLD. It's called OLD AGE. Okay, so who's seen me here before? Anybody seen me in the crowd before? Because I'm going to tell some old jokes. As Mikey mentioned, there I am crafting, practicing, trying to hone my skills on the saxophone. So I'm observing society on the streets when I busk. And I see all the different levels of society. I see the street people, you know, panhandling there and trying to make some money for whatever. I see the hard-working middle class out there working, just trying to pay off the bills, keep everything going. I see the rich people buying art and grams and, you know, spending money like there's no end to the money. Right? So I've come to 3 precepts of busking. Busker precept number 1. The one thing you can depend on is change. Busker precept number 2. Even a little bit of change is better than no change at all. But change is hard. But it takes change to make change. And of course, now I'm vibing because Mike's so awesome. Like, he kind of goes, Marty, I know you're getting into flow state. You could go another half an hour right now, but I've got to cut it off. So guess what? This is not just for show. I have to play something for you. Jazz. What do you want? A little bit of funky music? Called The Funky Chicken by Pee Wee Ellis, who I saw live. He was one of the sax players that plays with James Brown and Maceo Parker.
One more time for Marley, the heart of Baker Street. The horns of Baker Street. Goodness gracious, thank you everyone for your patience. Why don't we all take a little collective pause? It takes a lot of energy. Such wonderful energy that you guys are giving. Such wonderful performances to come up. Why don't we all take a collective whizzerino? Let's go have a pause. We can have a cigarette, get another drink. After the break, we have Grant, Donald, Jordan coming up.